Chosen one. Pause for a moment. Don't scroll. Because the reward waiting for you is the confirmation you've been praying for. In the next 60 seconds, you'll understand why people have been looking at you differently. And by the end of this message, a divine door inside you will open. I know you're tired. Not because you've done something wrong, but because you've had to be strong for too long. You've kept the faith, but heaven seemed silent. People you trusted turned away. Rooms that once welcomed you now feel cold. And you've started to wonder, maybe my light isn't shining anymore. But, chosen one, this silence isn't rejection. It's preparation. Heaven hasn't forgotten you. It's been setting the stage for your unveiling. Every whisper, every tear, every night you thought no one noticed was recorded. And this moment, right here, is your divine reply. So stay still, because I'm not talking to everyone. I'm talking to you, the one who feels the pull in their spirit right now. If your heart is beating faster as you listen, this message is yours. Because today, you'll discover the real reason why people can't look away when they see your face, and why the light on you is about to be revealed to the world. Before we begin, comment 999 below as a sacred confirmation that you're ready for your awakening. And subscribe, because heaven isn't done speaking to you yet. This is only the beginning, the hidden light, when you don't even know you're being seen. They're talking about your face, and it's not vanity. It's a sign. Have you ever noticed how some people can't explain why they remember you? They may not even know your name, but they can't forget your presence. That's not coincidence, chosen one. That's recognition, spiritual recognition. Something divine resting quietly on you, speaking louder than words ever could. I remember once, I met a woman in a small coffee shop in North Carolina. She sat by the window, alone, reading a book. No makeup, no fancy clothes, nothing attention-grabbing. But every person who walked by her paused, just for a second, and looked again. Not because she was stunning, but because she carried peace. When our eyes met, I felt something shift in the air, like calm had form. That's when I realized presence speaks louder than looks. There are people in this world who don't walk into a room to be noticed. They walk in, and the atmosphere notices them. And maybe you're one of them. See, in this world, especially here in America, we've been trained to chase the spotlight. We think if we're not seen, we don't matter. We polish our profiles, add filters, rehearse smiles, hoping to be noticed. But here's the twist. Heaven never needed perfection to shine, just presence. Look at Keanu Reeves. He's not loud. He's not flashy. But every story about him feels the same. Kind, quiet, grounded. People can't explain why they feel at ease around him. That's not Hollywood charm. That's what divine energy looks like in human form. It's not about charisma. It's about peace that others can feel, but can't name. And chosen one, whether you realize it or not, that's what you carry too. That's why strangers glance twice. Why your silence sometimes speaks louder than someone else's speech. It's not that you're invisible, it's that you're anointed for subtlety. The Bible says in Numbers 6:25, "The Lord make his face shine upon you." It doesn't mean your skin glows under perfect lighting. It means mercy shines through you. It's not makeup, it's grace. The kind of grace that shows up in your eyes after surviving what should have broken you. I once knew a woman who lost everything. Her husband, her home, her savings. And yet, when she spoke, her words carried warmth. People leaned in, not to comfort her, but to receive from her peace. That wasn't positive thinking. That was grace under fire. The same light that burns quietly in the souls of those heaven refuses to forget. But let me tell you something most people never realize. When that light starts to shine, not everyone will celebrate it. They're talking about you, and not all of it is kind. Sometimes, light irritates eyes that haven't adjusted to truth. When your presence exposes what others are running from, they'll call it pride. But remember this: light exposes shadows. It doesn't create them. Don't mistake resistance for rejection. It's not that they dislike you. It's that they can feel you. And deep down, they know you carry something they can't control. Think of Esther. One glance from the king changed everything. But what people forget is that she spent years in silence before that moment, being refined, prepared, hidden until heaven decided her time had come. The same is happening with you. You're not being overlooked. You're being preserved. So, chosen one, stop trying so hard to be seen. You don't have to chase attention. You just have to stop hiding the light that's already there. Because the truth is, you've been noticed for longer than you know. Even now, heaven is aligning conversations, rooms, and opportunities around your name. This is your awakening. Stay with me, because next, we're going to talk about what happens when heaven decides you can't stay hidden anymore. That moment when visibility turns into destiny. It's not far from now. You're closer to it than you think. The season of unveiling. When heaven decides you can't stay hidden anymore. Lately, people have been looking at you differently, haven't they? They pause when you speak. They ask for your advice. Or maybe they just go quiet around you, not out of fear, but reverence. Even your silence feels louder than your words. That's how the unveiling begins. It's subtle. It's not fame. It's recognition. Not from man, but from heaven. And if you've been feeling this shift, the sense that something in the air has changed, you're right. You're not imagining it. You've entered a season where heaven no longer allows you to stay hidden. I think of Viola Davis. For years, she was told she wasn't pretty enough for Hollywood. Too dark, too raw, too real. But she never fought for the spotlight. She prepared in the shadows. And when the light finally found her, she didn't need to perform. She simply showed up as herself. Now, she stands as a living testimony that grace and truth outlast trends. She didn't change her face. She changed how she carried it. That's unveiling. You see, many people pray to be seen, but few prepare for it. Everyone wants the attention, but not everyone is ready for the weight that comes with it. Because visibility without readiness isn't a blessing. It's burnout. And that's why heaven hides you for a while. Not to punish you, but to polish you. So that when your season comes, you don't crumble under the very spotlight you prayed for. So how do you know you're in that season? There are signs. Quiet ones. Let me show you 3. First, people remember you after one encounter. They might not recall your words, but they remember your peace. Something about you lingers, like a melody that refuses to fade. That's your spirit doing the talking. Second, old connections start to reappear. People who once left without explanation show up again. Not to repeat the past, but to play their part in your purpose. They're drawn not by guilt, but by destiny. Third, doors open quietly. Opportunities arrive without you chasing them. Emails you never expected. Calls you didn't make. It's like a radio tuning into a new frequency. Suddenly, everything aligns. That's heaven's way of saying, you're ready now. But chosen one, recognition is not the goal. It's the assignment. and every calling comes with a practice ground. So before we talk about elevation, let's talk about preparation. Here are 3 sacred habits to help you carry your light well. Number 1. Be still for 3 minutes every morning. Look into your reflection and remember what's been written, not what's been broken. Whisper, "I am seen by heaven." Number 2. Bless your face. Say it aloud. "My presence carries peace." Because words create atmosphere. You can shift a room before you speak a single word. Number 3. Walk slower, not faster. When you rush, your light flickers. When you rest, it shines. Grace moves at the speed of peace. Most people chase recognition, but the chosen, they learn to carry it. Because light isn't performance, it's inheritance. Marilyn Monroe had the light of performance. Mother Teresa carried the light of presence. One was adored, the other was remembered. And now it's your turn to be remembered, not for what you do, but for what you carry. Chosen one, don't be afraid of what's unfolding. The whispers, the glances, the unexpected invitations, they're not coincidences. They're confirmations. You've stepped into the season of unveiling. So take a breath, stand tall. Because heaven has decided, hiding is no longer an option. Lord, for the one listening right now, the one who feels both seen and scared, let your light remind them they were never ordinary. Not famous, but favored. Not flawless, but chosen. Let peace settle over their heart like morning light. Let them remember they don't have to chase recognition because heaven already knows their name. And to you, chosen one, if this message spoke to something deep inside you, comment below. I carry the light of heaven. Let that be your declaration, your agreement with destiny. Because this isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your unveiling. More guidance is coming. More confirmations are already on the way. So before you leave, subscribe so you don't miss what heaven wants to whisper next. There are messages waiting for you, and when the time is right, they'll find you here.